Hi. Thank you for being here today.
Hi.
So don't give me too much information, but I'll relay everything that comes through, okay? Do you have a stepdad that kind of stepped up to the plate and was like a dad for you?
Well, not for me,
Oh,
but
shoot.
for my children.
Oh, am I not with you? Oh, gosh, let me look and see. Gilbert. Is that connected to him?
Yes.
Is there another Gilbert over here? We've got you too. I'm gonna actually take your Gilbert and your Gilbert, and I'm actually gonna read both of you. I'm gonna sit you down, and I'm gonna replace you with you, and then I'm actually gonna end up bringing you back up.
Okay.
So I know this is so weird. We're gonna do cardio one more time. We're gonna lap back, and I'm gonna have you, because I'm pulled there. And then we're gonna talk about Gilbert and Gilbert. It's so funny. I'm like drawn over here. Because this guy's giving me dad, young dad, I might add too. It's coming across as like, younger dad. Woo! It's coming across. So let's look and see. Hi.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. Do you relate to a Gilbert?
We have the same Gilbert.
Okay.
But he is my stepdad.
He would be your stepfather. Okay, interesting. I love it. You then can come back. I'm so sorry. In the way this comes through, I'm having to highlight the daughter connection. I'm trying to figure out what this is, though. So when we talk about this guy, he's having me want to apologize to his wife or apologize to his spouse around why he passed. And this keeps coming through over and over and over again. He's giving me this feeling of suddenness and regarding it around spouse, but then I have to talk about you being special among all of the kids and you being wise beyond your years. And I know this is kind of weird, but I feel like you're I want to tell you how smart you are. And when he comes across, he's showing me this mean mugging kind of thing. Like, you know when someone mean mugs, they go,
Yeah.
yeah, like you're not gonna get me to smile, that kind of thing. There's like a funniness that comes through with this. I gotta talk about, I'm hearing music in Spanish. I'm wanting to go, oh. It's the funniest thing in the way this comes across, but he's not letting me get this to go away. Do you know of any situations where there would be a birth and a death in kind of close proximity? Like a passing occurs and a baby.
Ellie and my grandma?
Because I have to bring that up.
So the week that my husband passed, his sister had a baby.
Yes, that's where that connection is and the way this is coming through. So I have to highlight that in some larger capacity. Do you know if any old ladies, I don't want to say old ladies, but any older lovely ladies had any baseball send-offs or anything that would be like a baseball connection to an old woman?
My Nana, the woman you brought up.
Yes.
She was a big Dodgers fan.
I love it. Was anything done at her like send-off funeral? Did anyone mention it? Like
For her funeral, everyone wore Dodgers.
Okay, cool. It's so funny, but there's a levity that comes through with this of a lightness, of a joy, and it's like that is what it is all about. And I just have to keep bringing this up. I just want to say, being mother's keeper, or it's strange. Like you, mom and daughter, there's like an interesting karmic thing of like, daughter is mom and mom is daughter. And I don't know if people have made that point of like, you are your mother's keeper, or there's something there that I have to highlight, but I'm kind of wanting to switch the roles in some capacity. Have people said that or discussed that?
Yes.
Yeah, it's all right. Experience of family helped raise. When we talk about our guy here, I just need you to know he is so much more than how he passed. There's a funny thing. Check and see if there's any pictures of him with any like pit bulls or bulldogs or anything like that. Just remember that I'm saying that. Like we could be going way back with this. But when he comes across, he's having me acknowledge his choices. And he's having me talk about this feeling of like, I'm here and then I'm gone. Like bam and bam. He didn't want to hurt anybody by how they saw him after. So when it comes to discovering someone, seeing someone after, he didn't want to traumatize somebody from that experience. And that kind of comes through. Do you know if anybody was incarcerated in his family at all?
Him.
It's okay. And look, it happens. It happens. Anytime I see bars, it means what it means. But there's an awareness of like, I am so much more than all of this icky stuff. And this guy comes through, and the only way that I can word it is he views the wife in the equation, or the spouse, as love of my life, love of my life, love of my life. But he feels like if he could do it over, he would have treated you better. And I need you to know that. I mean, he seems like a great guy. I'm sure he was lovely, but if he could do it over, would have done it even more in the way this comes through. And he just acknowledges this pride and the strength you have been able to show through this aspect of sobriety, conversations around sobriety, and that aspect. Did he have some secrets?
Like what type of secrets?
Well, we're gonna plead the fifth. We're gonna plead the fifth. Let me figure out how to word this. Were there periods of time where he would kind of like go missing, or we wouldn't know where he was ever?
Yes.
Okay. He might have, he's just having me talk about like work and jobs and doing kind of odd jobs. Did he ever do odd jobs?
Oh, yeah.
Did he ever like transport things? Just transport.
Oh, my God.
And it's all good, but I just have to talk about, I'm schlepping. We don't even need to get into it, girlfriend. When he comes through, he's like a force of nature. I am supposed to continue talking to you two. He's like not gonna leave me alone.
Oh, my God.
This guy was with y'all on your way here today, and we're meant to talk. Did you establish that you felt like he was gonna come through, or did you implicitly like demand?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me tell you, ever since he passed away, I've always heard about people like feeling things like
Yes.
of their loved ones,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel him all the time.
Yes.
And last night when my son told me he was having a baby, I went to bed and I was telling him, we're gonna be grandparents again.
Oh.
And I felt my hand
Yes.
being like touched.
Oh.
And that's like one thing that I wanted to ask you is that
Yes.
anytime I've felt that, is that him?
Oh, of course. Very often people will have visitations. Very oftentimes it'll be at night when we're in kind of a relaxed or meditative mindset, like when I used to walk the PE track, kind of getting into that mindset. And it really helps. But
Yeah.
what I want to do you know if anybody had any miscarriages in the family or lost any pregnancies?
I did. We lost a child together.
Gotcha. Do you know of any others?
And my sister.
Sister. That's the one I'm going to. So just good to know. Everyone kind of comes through all good. But this guy is so much more than how he passed. And he's hilarious. He cracked me up. Are you comfortable sharing how he transitioned?
So my husband struggled with addiction.
Yes.
And I was calling his name and he didn't answer me.
No.
And we went to the movies the night before and he parked the van inside the garage, and he always sat in a chair in the corner and would smoke a cigarette.
Right.
So when I closed the garage because he didn't answer me, I closed the garage on his body.
Oh my God.
And so I went
sorry.
around the car, and I
Yes.
saw him lying on the ground. And the second that I seen him, I knew he was gone.
Oh.
I knew he was gone.
Yes, I think that's where the messages of the discovery of not wanting to kind of have an added layer of trauma around that. He's not wanting you to hold on to that at all. And what I would love to be able to kind of talk and kind of keep that conversation going.
Yeah.
I don't usually do this. I'll give you guys a free reading.
Okay.
We'll do a free reading. Larry's right behind you. We'll do a one-on-one. So we'll even put the membership stuff to the side. I wish I could give everyone a free reading, but we have to kind of talk more about that. So we will connect, but please know he's so proud of you and all of what you've done, and you truly are the love of his life.
Thank you.
Thank you for
so
being
much.
here
Thank
tonight.
you.
I appreciate it. I love it. You guys. Now, if we're up to maybe giving everyone readings that just have to, memberships are also really good too, because it allows us to still interact and connect. So please know. But as that reading wraps up, holy cow, my head is spinning. What I find so special is when people come through and acknowledge things that just happened. Inside jokes, family dynamics, the big things that just happened. Those really substantiate a connection. So this guy, when he came through, and as so many can probably relate to, is so much more than his life experience. So if you enjoyed those readings, you will love my Netflix show. 8 episodes, immersive live readings. And if you want to potentially receive a reading yourself, you can check out TylerHenryMembership.com.